Hello traders, I want to welcome you to another trading day. And in this video, I'll be showing you the analysis of different currency pairs which are expected to move today, the 10th of April 2024. Now, if you're yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly click the subscribe button now and also the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. All right, so let's get started. So today, like I said, today is the 10th of April 2024 and I'm on Forex Factory. Now today there are a lot of fundamental events, which will come up in the market, but then my emphasis, or my focus rather, is going to be on the CPI, that's the Consumer Price Index, which is coming up in the United States later this afternoon by 1:30 p.m. In the course of the night, other events will have taken place, like the cash trade from New Zealand, and later in the afternoon by 2:45 p.m. there will be Bank of Canada monetary policy report, Bank of Canada restatement, and overnight trades and other ones. But then my main focus today is going to be on the CPI, the Consumer Price Index. And now this event is based on the United States dollar, and we're going to be looking at both the technical and the fundamental expectation, of this event. Now, for example, if the event comes out to favor the dollar, then we expect the dollar to strengthen, to rally. And if the news does not favor the dollar, we expect a decline, or a bearish movement in the United States dollar. So I'll flip now to the MetaTrader 4 platform to look at expectations, on the dollar index and other major currency pairs, and how they will react to this news. So let's go over now to MetaTrader 4 platform. All right, so on MetaTrader 4 now, I'm looking at the dollar index, that's the USDX. Now, earlier on in the week, the dollar index had a bearish outlook, but just yesterday, the trend seems to change. It could just be in the short term, but then there's a kind of a change in trend, because yesterday, the daily candle closed with a rejection candle. That's what we can now see on the daily time frame. All right, so we can see we have a rejection candle, on the daily time frame, especially on a support level. Technically, this will lead to a bullish breakout, on the dollar, all things being equal. So with this, I hold a bullish outlook on the dollar today. So if the news on CPI comes out, the actual comes out to be greater than the forecast or to favor the dollar, then that will mean that the fundamental and the technical, aligns, and that will make the dollar to rally. However, if the news doesn't come out to favor the dollar, we will see, a movement in the opposite direction. But here, what we're looking at is to have a scenario where there's a confluence between both the technical and the fundamental. But from the technical angle, I am bullish on the dollar pending any change in the market, the outcome of the news event. Sometimes CPI sometimes may not really move in line on the technicals, but then I still hold on to my bullish outlook pending the release of the news later in the afternoon today. And with that, I'll move over to the USD CHF. Now, the USD CHF, now since the dollar index is bullish, we expect actually the USD CHF also to go in the bullish direction. But what I'm seeing on the USD CHF at the moment is a symmetrical triangle in which price will either break out, upwards, or downwards. Now, if a breakout happens in the upwards direction, then we expect a bullish breakout on the USD CHF, and if it breaks out in the downward direction, then we're expecting a breakout in the bearish direction on the USD CHF. And if at a closer look, also I'm seeing a pattern that looks closely like the formation of a double bottom pattern, which could lead to a bullish breakout. So if the dollar index is bullish and we are seeing a pattern that looks a little like, a double bottom pattern here, that could actually, move the USD to actually break out also in the bullish direction. But for now, we're just analyzing We still need to wait till the day breaks, the London session, and eventually when the news is released, then we'll know the direction it's go. But since this is a symmetrical triangle, I actually hold both views until there is a breakout. But then on the dollar, I still maintain my bullish outlook, technically speaking. And that takes me to the next instrument, which is the Euro USD. Now, the Euro USD closed with a rejection candle on the daily time frame yesterday, and that rejection candle, is also found on the daily time frame as on a resistance level, just like we had it on the dollar index. So with this rejection candle on the daily time frame, we're actually expecting a bearish movement on the Euro USD. So if the news comes out to favor, the CPI comes out to favor the dollar, while the dollar index, the USD CHF could go bullish, that means we're expecting the Euro USD might go in the bearish direction. And next is the GBP USD. Now, GBP USD, the candle yesterday closed on a descending trend line on the daily time frame. And not just that, also it's also on we have price also hitting a support on resistance zone. So technically this should lead to a bearish movement on the GBP USD. Now it could be in the short term, but then that's what I'm seeing from a technical perspective on this particular instrument. So again, if the news comes out to favor the dollar, GBP USD, Euro USD might go in the bearish direction, because that's what I can see from the technical perspective on these two instruments. Also, the AED USD, the candle yesterday closed on a resistance level, or better still, a resistance zone. So we can see that the new day has started and price is testing that resistance level. Now, if price is unable to break above that level, then the next thing we're expecting is actually a decline in price on the AUD USD. So technically, I'm bearish on the AUD USD, just like I am on Euro USD and GBP USD likewise. Now, EuroCAD is seen here closing on a resistance level or a resistance zone as a rejection candle. That's the candle that closed yesterday, was a rejection candle on a resistance zone. So technically, we are also looking for a bearish movement on the EuroCAD. So I hold a bearish outlook on the EuroCAD for today, the 10th of April 2024. And Euro JPY likewise. Now we can put a resistance line here, and we can see here that the candle of yesterday closed as a rejection candle on the resistance level. On the big picture, this is looking as if we are having a formation of a double top, all things being equal. But even at that, even if that doesn't work out, currently with this rejection candle on the resistance level, I'm expecting a decline in price on our Euro JPY. Now, it's possible for price to first move slightly bullish, but then eventually I still believe there should be a bearish breakout on the Euro JPY. So I'm bearish on the Euro JPY. And finally, we have the New Zealand JPY. Now, there's a news coming up on the New Zealand JPY, and that's the official cash rate. Sorry, news coming up from New Zealand, to which the New Zealand JPY might react to, and that's the official cash rate at the RBNZ restatement, coming up around 3 a.m. in the night. But then at the moment, all I can see here is that the previous day closed on a resistance level on the daily time frame. So all things being equal, except the news comes out to favor the New Zealand and price is able to break out above this, resistance zone. Otherwise, I expect a bearish and more favorable to a bearish movement, on the New Zealand JPY. All right, so that will be all for my analysis today, Wednesday, the 10th of April, 2024. If you enjoyed this video, just click the like button, click the share button, drop a comment in the comment section. It's very important. And finally, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please click the subscribe button now as I'm speaking, and also make sure you tap the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I drop a new video. All right, that'll be all for now. I'll see you in my next video. Take care and bye.